What is going on, everybody? Depraved Slash here. We are back with another music reaction. I'm Depraved.
I'm Hellcat.
And together we are
HellaDepraved.
And I'm super excited about this. You have no clue what it is, do you?
No. None. He managed to pull a fast one on me.
I did. Somebody dropped a song a few days ago. We have been covering quite a few other people.
Hopsin?
But I had to listen to the song. Yes, it's Hopsin.
I got it right. All right. Cool. I do keep track. Sometimes, guys. Sometimes. Sweet.
This dropped 3 or 4 days ago. I don't remember how long ago it was. But we made promises about reacting to some things here and doing these there and
finishing some things up.
Right.
Yep.
So
sweet. I was hoping we were going to get to this soon.
Me too. So I am super stoked for this. Hopsin is my 5th favorite rapper all time. For now. Him and Crook kind of bounce back and forth for that 4th and 5th spot.
Right. It's a rotational thing.
Right. I mean, my top 3 will pretty much always be my top 3, and a lot of that has to do with nostalgia.
Right.
So, like, my top 3 are M, T.I., and Wayne.
Right.
Which were heavy influences on Music Kid in terms of music.
Right. I mean, it makes sense.
But
some people will forever stay in your top tier of no matter what genre for nostalgia reasons, and you're like, you know, the new music,
just not my thing.
Just not my thing. But dude, I put on that album from the 90s and fucking it still takes my breath away. Exactly. Mostly because I'm singing and I'm a smoker, but you know, still takes my breath away.
But yes,
no, I've mostly tried to stay away from reviews of stuff, but anything anybody has to say about this has been
pretty good. Pretty positive.
On Twitter, guys, I don't watch reviews, but yeah.
As a reminder, Hop said that the next few songs he was going to drop are songs from when he was in a different headspace. He's in a much better place now, so regardless of how this goes, he's not this person mentally anymore. He's actually extremely happy. Good. I'm still happy to see that.
I'm thrilled that he's there. But, I mean, as with a lot of other artists, like, they have to use their creative talent as their outlet, their therapy.
Right.
So, you know, we shouldn't always expect them to remain in the same place.
Right. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to react to this as if you guys have already seen it. You probably have. If you have not, please click the link in the description below. Hop on over, watch the video, leave a like, leave a sub, leave a comment. Let Hop know we sent you. And then hop on back. Yeah, I did that.
A going once, a going twice.
We say it because we're more of a breakdown reaction channel. So there will be pauses to break down the video, song, lyrics, things like that. Maybe more pauses than you're used to. So with that being said, it is time to slash it up and break it down. This is Hopsin with Alone With Me. Let's get it. I like that.
It's kind of spooky. I like it.
Marcus fucking Hopsin, my guy, what up? Don't mean to intervene. How?
All right. So Alone With Me, it's going to be a conversation between him and himself.
Nice.
This is very T.I. versus T.I.P.-ish.
Okay.
Which I can't complain about. That was
I feel
a great
like
song.
This is his demon on his shoulder, devil on his shoulder.
Right.
Coming in with a, you know, suit look. We'll see.
Marcus fucking Hopsin, my guy, what up? Don't mean to intervene. How are things going? Talk to me. How you living, G? You look so confused right now. Do you remember me? Cause I've been with you since a teen, fucking you up mentally. I love it, dude. Staying inside your head where the rent is free. I'm just here to make sure you keep all your crazy tendencies. Look,
I like that. I'm just here inside your head where the rent is free.
Right? Yeah. And that he's been with him since the beginning.
Since he was a teenager.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, staying inside your head where the rent is free. I'm just here to make sure you keep all your crazy tendencies. Look at yourself in disbelief, struggle with your identity. Stuck in depression until you diagnosed with it clinically.
Dude, I am loving the effects of this video.
I wish I could throw my nail file and just have it go bloop.
He's just tossing shit, disappearing, reappearing. He's nightcrawling his ass around.
I feel like this is very like, well, there was an episode of Charmed where one of the chicks could do this kind of stuff because she was, what was it? Possessed by the boogeyman. Ah. It was great.
In disbelief, struggle with your identity, stuck in depression until you diagnosed with it clinically. How's your love life? It's still a trifling mess. Nigga, you 35. You haven't found a wifey yet? I mean, if I was you, would I be stressed? Y-E-S.
I had no clue me and Hop were the same age.
Really?
No clue.
I don't keep track of that kind of thing, but, you know. I like the cloud bubble letters. Y-E-S. This is fantastic in terms of, like, you know, so when you're having that internal dialogue that you're beating yourself up or nitpicking at yourself, it's not always this horribly demonic sound. Like this is taunting. Like, hey, you haven't found a wifey yet? You know, I mean, like, right. So I like the tone of it too, not just the effects are crazy good, and he looks so baffled. It's
so confused. Playing it off very well in this video.
But I like how he's going at it.
Me too.
Nigga, you 35. You haven't found a wifey yet? I mean, if I was you, would I be stressed? Y-E-S. I guess a mail order bride is nice. It might be best. So how did you manage to get rich yet be so empty? Constantly stuck in a deep old frenzy. Maybe your ego ain't eco-friendly. Bro, you got a life that we don't envy. And I bet suicide must be so tempting. Do it. Wait, hold up. Damn. Folks wrong with me, I can't leave me alone with me. I'm like, who is this nigga? Reminding my pharaoh, it couldn't be clearer. The man inside the mirror. Wait, hold up, shit, it's got control of me. I don't know who I'm supposed to be. I'm like, who is this nigga? Reminding my pharaoh, it couldn't be clearer. The man inside the mirror.
I like that chorus.
That's really nice.
It
was low key beautiful.
The one thing Hop gets probably the most negative attention on are his choruses. That was fire.
That was a really nice one. I haven't had that much of an issue with his choruses.
I haven't either. I'm just saying in general.
Right. Well, that one was definitely catchy. It was well sung. Lyrically, it was catchy and sound. The man in the mirror reference. But I like the I can't leave me alone with me.
Right.
It's great. This is why we can't have nice things.
So how's the rap life? Do people enjoy your music? Or you still spitting that bullshit to destroy the youth with? Be honest, you live in the shadow with Joyner Lucas. You jealous? I know that you are. My point is proof. What the fuck happened?
Oh, that's rough.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's rough. Oh, I meant to point out that, what was it? His ego's not eco-friendly. That was a funny line. I like that one. But, love you, mate.
Okay, so I guess personally, I don't know what Hop would have to be jealous of Joyner for.
They don't really remind me of each other.
No.
But he said something about the fame, so maybe it's...
Yeah, but Hop makes quite good money on doing what he does.
Yeah,
that's why I'm like, I don't...
Comparatively, I have no idea. I never would have put them...
I wouldn't even put them in the same boat in terms of conversation.
So, yeah, so...
Like, they're two completely different kinds of rappers to me.
Maybe it's just some of the impacts, like with I'm Not Racist and stuff that... Or the reach that Joyner got. I have no idea. Again, yeah. But I think it's great that he has the newspaper and the whole 9 yards.
Right.
He's looking like a very demonic dad now.
I wish I could read the paper. I bet it says what he's thinking.
Live in the shadow with Joyner Lucas.
Hold on.
You still spitting that bullshit to destroy the youth with. Be honest, you live in the shadow with Joyner.
I can't read it.
Lucas, you jealous? I know that you are. My point is proof. What the fuck happened to you? You was spitting so cold. You was the ill minor Hopsin on the list with the ghosts. Then you fell off.
I like that. So this light that he's using is actually very similar to Illmind Hopsin 4 or 5. I can't remember which one it was.
Okay, so it's kind of a flashback in terms of aesthetic. All right.
Now it's a different scenery because in that one he was just in a bedroom with people and he was rapping to them.
Right.
And he even did the Illmind of Hop, which is how he finished the song. But like I like how he did that.
Now he's got bouncers that are like a foot taller than him.
Well, that's better than seeing people that have bouncers that are like half their size.
Yeah, I don't know. Never mind. That's a debate for a different time.
What?
What are they protecting? Their knees?
Right.
You was spitting so cold, you was the Illmind Hopsin on the list with the ghosts. Then you fell off, you should've took a different approach. I hate to say it, but you'll never be like Kendrick or Cole, nigga.
He's even using the beat from it. If you hear in the background, it's going...
Okay, alright.
Ah, bruh. I'm sorry. That excites me.
It's just
when artists do little things like that when they're recalling their old stuff, like I get so excited.
No, it's fantastic that they do that. It's just not something I would have picked up on. I haven't listened to those enough.
Right.
Off, you should have took a different approach. I hate to say it, but you'll never be like Kendrick or Cole, nigga. It's fucked up. That isn't fair, Marcus. I'm hoping that God will answer your prayers, Marcus. But even if he does, the chances are rare that you'll have hands in the air headlining Madison Square Garden. Nigga, put the mic down. Don't you fight this fight. Cause you the corny rapper only weird white kids like.
Yeah, the 8 Mile. I did get that. So...
And you're the corny rapper that only white kids like.
And then there was the...
He just called me out. Now I know what Scheme was probably... Like, I have not seen Scheme's reaction, but in the video he's like, he called me out. I feel like now I've been called out.
Okay, alright.
That's probably the moment.
Okay. The Hopsin in blue. So he's got... But he was on the ground praying. Alright, so now we're getting all of the different varieties of... the voices in his head.
Right.
Put the mic down, don't you fight this fight. Cause you the corny rapper only weird white kids like. So every time the blogs post you, the comments gon' roast you. I would rather be dead than be caught living in your shoes. Wait, hold up, I'm tripping. Folks wrong with me, I can't leave me alone with me. I'm like, who is this nigga? Why do I feel him? It couldn't be clearer. The man inside the mirror. Wait, hold up, please stop. It's got control of me.
Please tell me we get a third verse. Yes. All you other independent artists, take note.
He still does 3.
Take note. 3 verses. This is how it's supposed to be done.
Especially when you're into a song.
Nothing sucks more than listening to a song and being into it.
Ends all
and then it
abruptly
ends,
for you.
and you're like...
For you.
The fuck?
Granted, the artist didn't think it ended abruptly, but we're like, no. We're vibing.
Who is this nigga? Why do I feel it? It couldn't be clearer. The man inside the mirror. Right, I got an idea. I'll tell you how it works. It's gonna sound a little outrageous, but hear me out first. Turn your phone off for 2 weeks and start an outburst of worried family members, which leads to a local town search. And when they find you, you dead inside of your crib with a letter that says goodbye to your kid. But you don't get to see him anyway, cause your ex is wildin' and shit. So in his little head, it's like you already died. It's a trip. While you reside in heaven or hell, whichever side that it is, your baby mom's will regret the shit she never tried to get fixed. If you're alive, chances are she'll never try to repent. I'm just trying to show you ways to exercise your revenge. All you want is love, right? Well, you gon' have to get some balls. Shoot your fucking brains out until they splat against the walls. I mean...
Shout out for the Mask reference.
That was fabulous. Fabulous. Now, if he gets one that has the little sign that drops down, it says bang on it, even better.
Also, I've, not to this extent, but I've thought crazy scenarios up like that. Like,
Oh, me too.
if you do this, and this, then maybe.
Or I've had, like, the red strings, like, on the wall and all the crime shows, like, I don't know. And it's always some far-fetched retribution type strategy, like he was describing with his baby mom and everything. It's like, you know, maybe not. Maybe not, but most likely not. And it's not worth it.
Right.
At least not for that, you know.
Right.
one is love, right? Well, you gon' have to get some balls. Shoot your fucking brains out until they splat against the walls. I mean, it has to hit the blogs and all your fans to get involved. And your fucking brains out until they splat against the walls. I mean, it has to hit the...
Rapper Hopsin dies from suicide, age 35 in LA home.
Right.
That was from
That's
an earlier...
the greatest picture, right?
Okay. Whoa! And okay, so that's actually from the video. I think it was Il Mind of Hopsin 3.
Okay.
And then he's got a picture of Heath Ledger's Joker up, which was not in the video.
Okay.
But that's the tie into the suicide.
Right.
Which, if I remember correctly, Ledger's was accidental, is what they were saying.
I think that's what they're saying, yeah.
But
wasn't it a accidental OD? Yeah, I don't think it was a suicide, but still.
The blogs and all your fans are getting...
what's that say? This can't be real. What the fuck? Hot man. We were just chatting on the phone yesterday. I wish I could have been there for you, brother. I know deep down all you wanted was to be with your son. That's all you would talk about. Please tell me this is a joke. Oh my God, please call me Kyle. This is urgent. No, are you fucking kidding me? Rip Hopsin, rest easy, homie. Liked by Kid Vicious and 244 others. Huh.
Shoot your fucking brains out until they splat against the walls. I mean, it has to hit the blogs and all your fans to get involved. And you'll be missed because people don't know what they have until it's lost. Hug your dad and kiss your mom before this transition is done into the new life. Your current one is trash. It isn't fun. Yeah, everybody got problems and we all fighting this big war. But your problems are different. You got nothing to live for. Hold up. Oh no. Fuck's wrong with me. I can't leave me alone.
I don't know if it was the reference he was going for, but it reminded me a lot of The First Coming to America.
Okay.
Who also had Jerry curls, and he was always spraying his head down.
That's
And the actual name of the product was Soul Glow.
Right.
And that's where you'll hear sometimes reference, just let your soul glow.
Right. I did like that he was holding the roses. You know, tell your loved ones that you love them while you're still around. I thought that was in reference to the famous... shoot, it's not going to come to me now. Because you had mentioned the Coming to America, so now it's gone.
Right. Were you thinking Reverend Jesse Jackson?
Maybe.
Yeah, everybody got problems and we all fighting this big war, but your problems are different. You got nothing to live for. Hold up. Oh no. Fuck's wrong with me. I can't leave me alone with me. I'm like, who is this nigga? Why do I feel it? Couldn't be clearer. The man inside the mirror. Wait. Hold up. Please stop. It's got control of me. I don't know who I'm supposed to be. I'm like, who is this nigga? Why do I feel it? Couldn't be clearer. The man inside the mirror.
What I'm thinking, what you're thinking is not the important thing. We are alive right now. That is the important thing. It is important that you focus on this fundamental sense of aliveness within you. And then you will see there is a natural distance between you and your thought process. Once you create a little space between you and your mind, between you and your body, this is the end of suffering. Don't identify any thought as negative, because it's just a thought. Who told you it's negative? It's just a thought. You're making it up, maybe you like it. What's the problem? If you understand it's just a thought, it has no power. If you think it's a reality, then it destroys you.
That was fire. Yo.
Literally. I mean, honestly, that's handy, though. Like, he didn't even blow up his home. He's just, like, transporting out.
I need one of those. But it works on people. That doesn't...
Oh, I thought you meant, like, the Devil's Gin.
I have one of those.
Yeah, well, not one that takes off with grenades, that's for sure.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't need him to take off with grenades. He's my friend.
Yes.
We've come to terms. What I'm saying is, I just want one of those grenades that explode, but don't actually explode. They just explode and take something with them.
Ah.
I know some people that I could give that to.
Okay. Yeah, no. I think that was the Devil Gin doing that, though. It's not, it's like antimatter or something like that.
I just needed to work on people.
Okay, I could see that.
No messes, no evidence.
True.
This has gone in a complete left turn.
Complete obliteration. Dude, and I forget who the motivational speaker was at the end, but that was a brilliant addition.
Deepak Chopra.
Yeah. But it was brilliant. So,
I think that's his name, Deepak Chopra.
I don't know. I really liked that.
It was actually really good.
That was a good one.
It was very well put together. That's actually probably overall my favorite video Hop has ever done. And honestly, probably one of my favorite songs ever done, because it did do a lot of callbacks to a lot of his older stuff.
Right.
And a lot of pop culture references, especially ones that I grew up with.
Right.
And not just
I wasn't
shit.
as versed with his past stuff, and it's not because I haven't heard it, but because I haven't heard it a whole bunch, considering I'm relatively new to Hopsin. I really loved Your House. Now, I'd say that this one has more replayability to me, and I did like the music video better, but I really liked how deep Your House was as well.
Right.
It's not that this wasn't. It's that this one has such a more catchy and kind of like broad spectrum message, whereas Your House was devoted to a single subject, and it was deep. So,
right.
But these two have been fabulous.
Again, I've always been a good, I won't say the hugest fan of Hopsin, but a big fan of Hopsin.
Right.
And again, I'm definitely glad to see he's finally in a better place.
Absolutely.
And is able to share the stuff he created
when he was in
that bad place. So,
it's fantastic, which it's kind of sad to say, but creative minds do tend to produce brilliant stuff when they're not completely straight.
Right.
So, I'm glad he's better, but I'm glad he's willing to show this stuff as well. So, fantastic, catchy, will go on playlist. I loved it.
Definitely.
And I can relate completely.
I think we've all had, especially people that have had depression, a lot of it.
You know, so there's the whole analogy of having like the devil and the angel on your shoulder. I've never had like the quote unquote angel on my shoulder.
Right.
My conversations with me go much more like this, where there's the slightly dazed and confused me that knows kind of what I should be doing.
Right.
Not necessarily like the angelic conscience, but like just what I need to do to get through the day, for example. And then there's the side of me that's sitting there like, there's no way you can handle it. Why are you even going to try? If you can't do all the things, don't do one of the things. Just let's just deep dive today. We'll slide off the end. Read a book. You know, I mean, I don't have this other voice that's going like, it's okay to just rest and relax. Self-care is important. No. Mm-mm. No.
So here's my problem, okay? This is an entirely different one. I will admit I have always had the quote-unquote good angel on my shoulder that feeds a lot of my thoughts when I'm in a good mood. But it's the bad me on the shoulder feeding my mouth how to express it. Example, I'll be at work and the good side of my thoughts will be like, you know, if you just get through today and you get through tomorrow, the weekend will be here. You just got to push through. But then the bad side of me is calling my manager going, dude, I need a fucking day off. Like working 3 weeks in a row, full fucking Saturdays, like this is bullshit.
Depraved positivity for the win. That is a new thought. That almost makes me think that you're borderline optimistic. Which
I am probably the most optimistically depressed person. I can get through this. I could do it.
But it's okay. I don't necessarily equate optimism with like depression. I'm talking more like optimistic, pessimistic, or realistic.
No, I'm way more optimistic. I border optimistic and realistic.
See,
I barely ever see the glass half empty.
See, and I'm almost purely a realist. Almost purely. If I were to dip, it would be into pessimism, and that's only when I'm depressed. So, or completely overwhelmed, I guess, is the other time, because overwhelmed doesn't always coincide with depression for me. Always. A lot of times it will lead into it, but on the other hand, like, no, I'm so realistic that I am never Pollyanna. I am never like, if I can just do this, or, oh, it'll all be okay. No. It's like, yeah, the forecast for today is pretty rough and rocky with a side note of sheer cliffhanger. You know, gonna be some books tossed. You know. And it's normally pretty spot on. It's not like I'm calling.
Now, I am overly optimistic to an extent. But it also makes it really easy for me to crack.
Mm-hmm.
Like, especially at work. Like, if I walk in and there's just a shit ton to do, I'm like, all right, I can do it. I can get through this. I can start doing it. But as soon as somebody throws a rock into that water to cause that ripple effect,
right,
one eye grows bigger than the other, and I lose my shit.
Right. Okay, I guess that's so. Maybe being realistic was maybe a developmental thing for me, because with the fibro, I have to conserve my energy any way that I can, and so being realistic actually really, really helps that. I will say it really helps it, because I'm not pessimistic, so I'm not depressing myself further, which obviously causes more fatigue than the chronic fatigue I already have.
Right.
Or overly optimistic, where, again, because the times that I've gotten super excited about something and totally positive and everything, and things take a turn, yeah, I definitely crack pretty quick. So I think keeping myself on that baseline where I'm like, okay, logically, what can we expect from this? And things staying pretty much true to prognosis, it actually helps with that to a certain degree. But I'm also not like, not that I'm not a positive, I'm just not a sunny person in general.
I won't say I'm a sunny
You're
person.
not, which is why when we went into this, I was like, wait, are you saying that you're mostly an optimist? That why I was slightly taken up, just slightly. Because I was like, we're not sunny people over here. No. But then on the other hand, like, no, it makes sense the way that you explained it. But yeah, I don't crack that easily, because for the most part, I'm calling it.
If one thing fucks up my day, the whole day has gone to shit.
Yeah, I know.
And it's a snowball effect. Things get worse and worse. And
yeah,
worse.
See, and I think that's another reason that, like, being a realist actually really helps. And that's not to say I won't ping-pong back and forth between, like, optimism and realism to an extent, especially if I really want something to work out a certain way. But realistically...
Here, let me give you a perfect example of her, guys. All right, I'm going to get working on this. Shit, it broke. All right, nap time.
There's a good book to read. There's, I mean, like, honestly, that there's not that much that can make my day, like, really take a decline, though. There's certain things, obviously. But for the most part, you gotta take life as it comes, I guess, is basically what it is. And no, I mean, like, I'll go through, like, if something breaks, if I have replacements, I will try. If it's legit broken, then it's legit broken. And what else are you going to do? You're going to move on. You're going to do something else. Nap time is always a good time. I can do the thing in my sleep, because the thing in my sleep won't be broken, okay? Or I'll just resort to escapism, which is what I tend to do anyway, and read a good book.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Now that we've droned on for 15 minutes, if you guys liked the video, slash that like button, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Comment down below, what did you think of Hopsin with Alone With Me? Also comment down below if there's anything else you guys want to see reaction to. Check the description below for all the things.
Push our buttons. Come join us on our other social media platforms, mostly Twitter if you want a quicker response.
And with that being said, we love you guys. Thank you all for watching. Can't wait to see you depraved people later. Peace.